Alright, so first thing we're going to do is learn how to make a piece of paper into a square. Usually the paper you have at home is a rectangle. Okay, all origami is done with square pieces of paper, not rectangular pieces of paper. So how we're going to do this is we're going to fold this edge up to that edge there, right, making that shape. And then we are going to do the same thing on this side. Okay. All right, once you have that folded, so you have an X, this is going to be our square piece of paper. So we're going to cut along this edge to give ourselves a square piece of paper. Okay, so now we're going to make our box. We've got our pattern on one side, which is me just scribbling all over it, and then blank on the other side. You're going to want to take your pattern side, whichever side you want to see on the outside of your box, and place that face down. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom edge and fold it up to the top edge, like so. Right, make sure that it's perfect. Then you're going to unfold that. Okay, so first step, bottom edge to top edge, and then unfold. Second step is going to be taking one side, the left or the right, and folding it over to the other side. Make sure that your corners are lined up perfectly, that the edges lined up perfectly, and give yourself a nice crease there. And then you're going to unfold it again. So as you can see, we have 4 squares. 1 square, 2 square, 3 squares, and 4 squares. At this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take each corner of our original square piece of paper and fold it into the center point. Again, make sure that it's absolutely perfect. Take your time. If you mess it up, try to correct it. If you really mess it up, you might have to start over again. Make sure that they're all meeting perfect in the center right there. So I keep sniffing, the allergies bothering me. All right. So now you're going to hold your piece of paper straight across, like you're looking at a square, not like a diamond, but like a square. You're going to take the bottom edge and the top edge and fold these edges into the center here. Okay, so watch me first, and then you can do yours. So you're going to take this, and it kind of helps to kind of give it like a little bit of help in the bend here. And you're going to fold it right up to the center. Make sure that your edges are lined up correctly. And then give yourself a nice crease. All right, so I fold it up to the center right there. So I fold it up to the center. And then I made sure that my edges are lined up on both sides so that it's not skewed. All right, so fold that. And then you're going to do the same thing with the top. Again, it might help to give it a little bit of help with this crease here and the folding. And then you're going to come in, meet it in the center, give yourself a nice crease, make sure that those edges are lined up. Okay, so it should look like that. We have 2 folds, top, bottom, right? Edges are lined up, and we are good to go. The next step is going to be unfolding the bottom, unfolding the top, and then unfolding these triangles right here. So unfold that out and unfold this out. Okay, So we're left with this kind of weird shape with these two triangles. Fold it out. This one, fold it out. Once you have it like this, what we're going to do is we're going to take these two edges and we're going to fold these into the center now. Again, follow along online with the pictures, follow along with me. Okay, take your time. This isn't something that's going to be done really quick. And again, if you mess it up, you start getting too many folds in your piece of paper, you're going to want to start over again because it gets too confusing and the paper doesn't behave correctly, if you will. So I took that edge and folded it in, and this edge and folded it in. As you can see, origami has a lot to do with geometry, figuring out shapes, figuring out how things fit together. It's pretty cool. Okay, so once you have this shape here, here's the hard part. What we're going to do, we have this triangle, we have this crease and this crease. This crease right here is going to, we're going to fold it up. It's going against what the crease is right now, but fold it up so that your paper is sitting like that. Okay, see how that's sitting like that? So again, fold this up so that it's sitting up like that. Okay, here is the hardest step. Look online again at the pictures. What you're going to do with your right hand. With your right hand, you're going to grip this side of the piece of paper. With your left hand, you're going to take the bottom here and fold it out. This piece of paper right here wants to come out like this. You don't want it to come out. You want to keep it in. Okay, so you're going to fold it like that. And what we did is we created the first inside corner, where my finger is, of our box. So again, hold this side, keeping this from popping out, comes in like that. And then we're going to do the same exact thing for the other side. So you're going to hold this side now, take this side, see how it wants to pop out again? Instead of popping out, you want to keep that in. And we created the two first inside corners of our box, right there and there. So what we're going to do is the same exact thing on the other side. Rotate this. You can push these back down now. Sit it up. Hold this with your right hand, your index finger and your thumb. Take this, prevent that from popping out, and you're going to create the inside corner of your box. Again, this is the hardest step. But just take your time. You'll see that the paper will fold on those creases. Then do the same thing with this side. Hold that in, and you've got the inside corner of the other side, two inside corners of the box there. So it should be pretty easy on this side now to flip it around and get those two inside corners again. You got these two inside corners, and then the last step is to fold these two tabs that remain down into the box. So we fold this one down, we take this one and fold this one down, and we have our first origami box with this awesome scribble pattern on the outside and the blank paper on the inside. And if you give it some really nice creases, it'll stay together, and then you can store all your cool things in there. So anyway, that's our first box. So when you're done, take a picture of it and hand it in as your first assignment. Have fun.